Severe storms push east but leave damage in the path. We have an update. Norman residents are recovering from the tornado damages this week. And this Tuesday, Oklahomans will vote to determine the legalization of recreational marijuana. This is Nightly at 4. Cleaning up is underway across the South after multiple days of severe weather. Good evening, I'm Snowforth.
And I'm Carolynn Felling. Some Americans remain under threat of severe storms tonight. Laura Aguirre has the latest.
So about that time we heard the roaring, and sure enough, here come the tornado.
That twister tearing through Little Elm, Texas. One in a wave of reported tornadoes that roared across Texas and Louisiana overnight.
There it was, coming straight through the daggone woods. It looked like Moses was parting the Red Sea.
And this lady said, "My babies are in the car," and she wanted me to help her, and I said, "Let's go." But then all of a sudden, the wind got so bad, I said, "No, ma'am, don't go out."
Terrifying stories, devastating damage. This savage storm front marching through the Northeast through Friday, threatening torrential rain and heavy snow. Several California towns are still grappling with what this same weather system dumped on them earlier this week.
There's no way to walk around. It's up to my neck in a lot of places. Now it's to the point where we're somewhat scared.
At least 13 California counties in a state of emergency. The National Guard mobilized to help road crews clear a path for residents growing desperate amid dwindling supplies.
Folks, we're here for you. We're going to dig you out, and we are coming.
Dig out the truck for the fourth time?
Digging out, but nowhere to go. The forecast promising more snow and rain for these areas through Saturday.
After 7 days straight of it, it's really, really hard to keep going, but we've got to keep doing it.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
A tornado watch has been issued by the Storm Prediction Center for portions of Kentucky, Indiana, and Illinois through Friday evening. Kentucky's governor already declaring a state of emergency Friday afternoon.
The storm is over, but there is still a lot of work to do. Norman residents who lost everything to the storm now have to rebuild. OU Nightly's Romelo Woodfork has the details to get the most out of your insurance.
Residential customers are devastated.
The storm has passed, but now Norman residents are picking up the pieces. Residents are scared and more likely to make rash decisions. The owner of Brown O'Haver, a firm that helps victims of disasters navigate insurance claims, advises residents to wait before hiring cleaning services.
Is to not make any decisions. The thing that you should do is not hire a contractor, not hire a mitigation company.
Instead, document the damage to your home.
If you think you've taken too many pictures, take one more.
The Oklahoma Insurance Department advises residents to take photos and pictures of the damage and to only make temporary repairs.
Norman is still piecing itself back together. Some companies are hesitant to reach out to Norman residents that were impacted by the storm.
It's hard for us as a company to get out there and ask if they need help, but we're here for the community and here for our people.
William is here to support his community while being as respectful as possible.
It seems really insensitive to kind of approach anybody right now, during their time of distress. So.
If you choose to not hire a public adjuster, take an active role in your claim. Take your own inventory and count everything to get the most out of your policy.
I'm Romelo Woodfork, reporting OU Nightly.
If you would like to reach out to Brown O'Haver, call 405-735-5510, or to Jason's to complete tree removal, call 405-206-1474. And after a week full of crazy storms, it sounds like it's going to continue this week.
OU Nightly's meteorologist Josh Duncan is here in the studio.
Yeah, here's a look back at the tornado that moved through Norman on Sunday evening. We were covering it live on OU Nightly. It developed just southwest of Goldsby, and then it moved across the southern southeastern portions of Norman. It did miss campus, but some apartment damages off campus, and then it continued to produce damage on the eastern sides of Norman, and then finally dissipated northeast of Lake Thunderbird. It was officially on the ground for 26 miles and 26 minutes. So this thing was moving at 60 miles an hour rated, and EF2. We had more storms yesterday, but now bright blue skies. It is feeling nice on this Friday afternoon. Taking a look at current temperatures across the state, still holding on to some 40s in the east and 50s, and then here in Norman, 61 degrees, mid 60s out in western Oklahoma with light winds at this hour. So a pleasant Friday evening. And taking a look to the weekend forecast, it's going to get even warmer before winter returns. Those details coming up.
New at 4, we are learning more details about a police shooting in Greene County. Tulsa police have identified the man police shot and killed on Wednesday as 32-year-old Stormy Fuller. The incident happened around 3rd and Delaware, near the University of Tulsa campus. Police say Fuller was spotted breaking into a home and officers confronted him. Police claim Fuller shot at them with a sawed-off shotgun. Police say they returned fire, shooting and killing Fuller. The incident happened near the University of Tulsa campus. The officers involved in the shooting are on leave during the investigation.
The disgraced former South Carolina attorney Alex Murdaugh sentenced to life in prison today after the jury found Murdaugh guilty of murdering his wife and younger son. The jurors reaching the verdict in less than 3 hours Thursday evening. Gloria Pazmino has the latest from Waltboro, South Carolina, where Murdaugh is still insisting he's innocent.
Alec Murdaugh will spend the rest of his life in prison for the June 2021 murders of his wife Maggie and younger son Paul.
I respect this court, but I'm innocent.
And it might not have been you. It might have been the monster you become when you take 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 opioid pills.
During the nearly 6-week trial, Murdaugh admitting on the stand he lied to investigators about where he was on the night Maggie and Paul were killed, blaming the lies on drug-fueled paranoia and acknowledging it's his voice in the background of a video Paul took at the family's dog kennels moments before Paul and Maggie died there.
Hey, he's got a bird in his mouth!
Friday, the prosecution reacting to the sentencing.
It's tragic, it's sad. God bless Bubba.
And one juror breaking his silence.
When he said it was him, were you surprised?
I was very surprised.
Why?
That was his only savior right there.
The defense planning to file an intent to appeal Murdaugh's conviction within 10 days, based on the admission of evidence of his alleged financial crimes into the trial.
And there really was no evidence linking one to the other.
The judge leaving Murdaugh with this.
I know you have to see Paul and Maggie during the night times when you're attempting to go to sleep. I'm sure they come and visit you.
Now at 4, next Tuesday, Oklahoma voters will head to the polls to decide if the state should legalize recreational marijuana. The measure will be on the ballot as State Question 820. If approved by voters, the question would legalize adult-use marijuana for anyone over 21. A 15% excise tax would be imposed on marijuana sales in the state. Revenue generated from the tax would go to the state's general fund, public schools to prevent substance abuse, and local counties and municipalities. Some voters have already cast their ballots during the 2-day early period. If you want to cast your ballot early on State Question 820, you need to act fast. Early voting ends at 6 p.m. this evening. You can cast an early ballot at your local election board, and no excuse is needed.
Now there's a lot happening in Hollywood. Find out what new movies are coming to the big screens in 2023. Up next. From a star-studded scarefest to an oceanic adventure, Down Under 2023 is looking to be an exciting year for new movies. Here's David's Daniel with the Hollywood Minute.
Oh my God.
Is anybody else seeing this?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Be careful. Death lurks around every corner.
Disney has released the first teaser trailer for Haunted Mansion, its latest stab at a movie based on its classic theme park attraction. Prepare to be scared when it hits theaters July 28th.
You made me something once, Doc. You can do it again. It is my destiny to win the heavyweight championship belt again.
Getting into shape for Big George Foreman, the miraculous story of the once and future heavyweight champion of the world, opening April 28th, was different for Chris Davis than for most big screen boxers.
I didn't wear a ball cap. I cut my hair. I did gain weight, and I gained all the weight myself. Ate 7,000 calories a day to gain the weight. Yeah, 50 pounds in 5 weeks.
My name is Abby Jackson, and I'm 15 years old. I've been studying this space since I was 8.
The whole reef will be gone.
We'll see about that.
Blueback is about protecting the environment and family relationships. Mia Wasikowska, Radha Mitchell, Eric Bana, and Ilsa Fogg star in the Australian drama based on the Tim Winton novel. Blueback is in theaters now. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
And we're a little family here at OU Nightly, but someone has beat us in the love department.
That's right. This week's Viewer of the Week is Becky Strelko, OU Nightly's meteorologist Dylan Strelko's mother. We love all of our OU Nightly viewers, so thank you for always tuning in.
Up next on Nightly at 4, some pups' lives were saved, and now it's looking for a forever home. And today felt a lot like spring, and is it officially here?
Josh, can we be sure these warm temperatures are here to stay?
Yeah, we've got some much warmer weather on the way. You're going to like our forecast for Sunday into Monday as this storm system departs across the eastern U.S., still bringing in some severe weather and snow. Look at all the quiet weather out in the Central Plains. We are tracking another storm system. Details on that. Break.
If you're looking for an addition to your family, then look no further. It's time to meet the most handsome pet of the week from Second Chance Animal Sanctuary.
This is Triangulum. Triangulum was recently rescued from a kill shelter, and he's a handsome 2-year-old boy with a ton of energy.
He would love nothing more than a family to go on long adventures with or hikes with. But don't worry, after a long day, he loves to cuddle up and watch a show.
If you or someone you know is interested in Triangulum or any other of the pets from Second Chance, visit their website at secondchancenorman.com. It's never too late to help a pet in need.
Well, it is going to be a fantastic evening to take your pet on a walk because we're going to have temperatures falling from around 60 degrees into the upper 50s, a mostly clear sky and light winds at about 5 miles per hour. So you can't ask for much better weather than this here as we head into early March. And taking a look at your forecast for tomorrow, the start of the weekend going to be even warmer than today. Highs in the mid to upper 60s. Again, a mostly sunny sky, and notice the winds pretty light out of the southeast, under 15 miles per hour. But here's the deal, that is going to change by the second half of the weekend. We're talking about sustained winds out of the south on Sunday from 15 to 25 miles per hour, and gusts could be up to 30 miles per hour at times. So it is going to be a windy second half of the upcoming weekend, and that is really going to help us warm up even further. Take a look at these highs coming your way on Sunday in the mid to upper 70s, 73 in Norman, 79, nearly 80 degrees out in northwestern Oklahoma for Woodward. So yeah, full-on springtime weather for the second half of the weekend. That's going to continue into early next week. Still highs in the mid-60s to low 70s for Monday, but then some changes on the way. And taking a look at our average high, that's 58. So these numbers you're seeing Sunday and Monday, that's about 10 to 20 degrees above average for this time of year. But then the reds on this map being replaced with blues. Much colder weather, temperatures 5 to 15 degrees below average as we head into Tuesday and for many days later on next week. And another storm system now in our forecast that will start to increase the chance of rain late Tuesday into Tuesday night. Notice showers, maybe a few thunderstorms developing across southern Oklahoma. These will be moving throughout the day Wednesday as well. And then a second round of rain on the way for Wednesday night into Thursday. and there's a chance that temperatures get just cold enough in northern Oklahoma that some of this could mix with snow. Again, still several days away from this, so stay tuned to OU Nightly. We'll keep you updated on that potential as we get a little bit closer, but just know the weather pattern is going to be turning much colder and more active again, but the risk of severe weather should remain low around here for next week. And we're now about 1 week away from spring break, so let's go ahead and take a look at the forecast for around that time, March 11th through the 17th. Look at all the blue on this map. Temperatures are likely to be well below average across much of the lower 48. So if you have spring break plans around the U.S., it is looking not so spring-like. The winter is really going to grab control back of our weather. Your 7-day forecast shows some of these changes on the way. Again, it's a nice weekend with highs in the low 70s on Sunday, upper 60s Monday. Then come the rain chances and the much colder weather. Highs will be back down into the 40s for a few days for the middle and end of next week. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Results from President Joe Biden's biopsy revealed that the lesion removed from his chest last month is cancerous. A note from the president's doctor says that the lesion is basal cell carcinoma, which means it is not likely to spread to other parts of his body. He also says no further treatment will be needed at this time.
And now we have our caught on camera videos for the week, and it seems like this first one is cutting it pretty close. Khandros has the story.
Thanks, ladies. So yes, for our first video, we have a bit of a slick situation that took place out in New Hampshire. This video showcases a snowboarder who was out for a ride when he got caught in an avalanche and was nearly buried. RJ Phipps caught it all on camera as he watched to make sure the man was in sight. The snow carried the boarder to the surface where he got partially buried but pulled through, making it out safely. And our next video also showcases another close call as a bus driver quickly reacts as she bolts to save a student's life. This Ohio school bus driver, April Wise, is being praised for her fast reflexes as she saved a young 7th grade boy from being hit by a car. In the video, you can see April grabbing the student as he tries to exit the bus doors before realizing a car is fast approaching. April said she is always on high alert due to drivers constantly ignoring the stop signs on the buses. Our final video is one that ruffled some feathers as 2 parrots took the field during a college women's softball game. The video comes out of Central Florida and shows the 2 birds as they flap amongst the players, causing the girls to freak. But umpire Chad Steers must have had the special touch as one of the birds landed right on his shoulder. Chad was unfazed and even attempted to put on his mask. The birds were returned safe to their owner after their fun on the field. That's all for the videos this week. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Paris. Now meet amber clam Lincoln. Scientists in Florida say this mollusk is 214 years old, and that's based on the layers of its shells.
That means it has been alive since 1809, the same year as its namesake, former President Abraham Lincoln. Gulf Specimen Marine Laboratories say an American Corps member named Blaine found it while walking with his family.
And a fun fact about the Gulf Specimen Marine Labs is the author John Steinbeck supported its creation. The lab says it's an amateur marine biologist.
Well, Carolyn, it's officially Girl Scout season, and this year there's a new cookie. The new raspberry flavored treat is a test run and is on sale for a limited time and almost sold out.
Now boxes of the flavor are going up for over $100 online. The Girl Scouts Council urges people not to buy them from websites like eBay. As tempting as the treats look, I don't think I personally would pay $100. Snow, would you?
As much as I want to try them, I'm not sure that I would ever pay that much for a cookie.
Well, thank you so much for watching OU Nightly at 4. I'm Carolyn Felling.
And I'm Snow 4. OU Nightly is next.